Today, I want to get into more rumors of V and Jennie and why people think Jennie was indeed in V's apartment and many other theories that have come to light. I also want to get into people thinking that Jennie just said that she doesn't care about her Instagram feed and what she did with that. And lastly, we need to talk about the company YouTube getting attacked even more today. So hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Hate it or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumplings, hey spilling mug merch, and let's go. YouTube has been attacked in the last day or so, and it's mostly about the Jimin Set Me Free Part 2 music video. I have a couple of things I need to say, but if you're looking for advice on streaming and how to do that, the previous video right before this one, I broke down why views need to be frozen and why YouTube needs to do that. And I also break down the proper way to stream and create a playlist and all that. So check that video out if you're looking for info on that. But if you're looking for a bit more drama, stay tuned for today's video. I did react and break down to Jimin Set Me Free Part 2 music video on Patreon. If you want to fangirl and join me there, we do have a $1 tier that is open, and I hope to see you there. Link is in the description. Armies went to YouTube's support team on Twitter to complain that if you look into other K-pop artists like Twice or whatever group, you'll allegedly see that the views were never fluctuating the way BTS's views allegedly were. So Armies noticed that the views would freeze, increase, and then decrease as time went on. Armies take this very personally because they care about BTS's success, but also they're putting in all this time and effort to stream. A lot of them are not sleeping or eating and just trying to make sure BTS members get high views. Now, of course, YouTube did respond to Armies to say that Armies need to calm down, sort of. Not those exact words, but they said that views need to be validated, and they ended it with that. Of course, many Armies fired back to say that if this was true, why is it just BTS that has this issue and not other groups, claiming that YouTube is being biased and hates BTS. Of course, there's many theories that the fandom has. I don't think YouTube hates BTS. It just does not make sense to say that. There's many employees that are huge BTS lovers, and the fact of the matter is YouTube staff aren't looking at BTS's videos and are actively just hitting the delete button. All that is done by a machine, which in no way can be biased against any particular artist. It's a machine. It doesn't hate or love anyone. And to prove the staff has no problem with it, the trending page is often referred to as staff picks. It's not entirely staff picks, and basically how you get on trending has less to do with views, but more to do with if the content is being reported on by outside sources. So if a lot of news sites are covering a specific video and YouTube notices a lot of views coming from outside of YouTube, it will be put into trending consideration, and then a staff reviews it and approves it. As of 2023, BTS and BTS members have been on the trending tab and #1 trending quite a few times. So no staff is being biased here and saying that they hate BTS. Many people fired back at YouTube to ask why it's only BTS videos that have this view issue. And I'm pretty sure it's not just BTS, but BTS might just be the biggest one. For a while, it was even happening to your everyday creators. People would notice their views dropping. Now, I think YouTube has gotten better at verifying lower views, i.e. views maybe under 1 million, and doing that much quicker. Therefore, it's not posted before they verify. So they don't have to delete it once it's posted. Just a theory. The other theory is simply just how the fandom is streaming. If you're streaming incorrectly, yes, views can get deleted. This can happen with any group, but why it may seem to only be BTS is because there could be more armies streaming incorrectly, since there just may be more armies that are trying to stream. So the views that are deleted are just more obvious since it's much bigger. However, the fandom doesn't want to hear this. They won't accept any answer other than YouTube saying, I'm sorry, we were trying to attack BTS but failed, here's your views back. But I want to clarify that YouTube or any company like YouTube, it does not have to give anyone an answer. They simply do not have to respond to you because their job and company does not rely on BTS and ARMY. If BTS pulls out from the platform, YouTube will still be okay. So if they're giving you an answer, they're literally just being kind by giving you one. They don't have to. People are claiming that the only reason BTS's views get deleted is because BTS is not paying for ads like other groups are, claiming that ads would be the only way that BTS would have a higher view count, and YouTube would only reward Jimin with a high view count if he was paying for the views. These conspiracies get more and more ridiculous as you hear about it, because I've said so many times artists do not care about views and those silly numbers. They care about album sales. Views do not equate to album sales. Currently, the biggest album to date and release is Midnights by Taylor Swift. She did not break any YouTube records with her music video, but she did break streaming and album sales though. And guess what? She will receive so many awards and become an actual first billionaire artist that exists. Music videos are meant to push sales to the album. It's supposed to tease the album and increase pre-orders or whatever. So if you're a fan that knows that, then skip the music video and get 50 copies of the album. My honest opinion is if you want to help BTS, stream on Spotify and call your local radio to play BTS's song. Streaming the music video does way less than you think, and most American artists actually do not care about the views on a music video for that reason. It makes the fandom look like they don't understand the industry, and YouTube is sitting there reading the conspiracies, thinking BTS fans are crazy. And the ones that are crazy are just the loud ones. The majority of us are actually amazing. It's funny because once someone brings up a conspiracy and all it has to say is that money is involved, and suddenly it goes viral and everyone believes it. And then other times the rumors don't make sense. There was even a rumor that Jennie was ruining her Instagram feed because she didn't care about success or doing well. And I think this is beyond ridiculous. So what happened? Jennie recently posted a bunch of photos from her Calvin Klein campaign on Instagram. She was gorgeous, and of course the photos go viral because she looks so hot. Hot girl going viral is no shocker. People were very upset when she decided to post a photo that was just her and her friends, and she was not showing any skin or being sexy. It was just a normal photo. People were saying that she was ruining her image and ruining her engagement on her account. And even people saying that she hates success, i.e. since a lot of people were showing love to her half naked, that her photo with her and her friends would get less likes, which could be true, right? But that also goes to show that not every artist cares that everything that they make needs to be a global takeover. Like sometimes an artist will just put something out because they want to, they like it, and they don't expect everyone else to like it. But then interestingly enough, haters will take that content that quote unquote flopped and use it as ammo to say that the artist flopped, which is why the fandom is so sensitive to make sure that everything that the artist puts out does well. But Jennie does not care, obviously, and I think people need to let go a bit as well. If Jennie gets hate for that, I doubt it'll bother her. I have a feeling perhaps the V and Jennie dating rumors might bother Jennie a little bit because she is getting attacked over things that are not 100% proven yet. The only thing that I am still holding on to right now is this idea that if Jennie and V were dating, why not just come out with it? Because Jennie and G-Dragon, Jennie and Kai, these were things that came out and it really wasn't a big deal. Why hide V and Jennie if it's real? There's been people putting out quote unquote evidence that I don't know what to think, and newer alleged evidence. Even one as silly as Jennie allegedly changing her personality. Jennie was believed to have been at a jazz bar, and she recently posted about it in her story. People were saying that Jennie is not known to like jazz, and of course, when you enter a new relationship, you try to adapt to what the other person's interests are. And so many people think that Jennie was doing that with Taeyang, or was taking interest in what Taeyang likes because they're dating. And many people say that Jennie is known to not have a specific interest in jazz. But just because she has never shown an interest in it before doesn't mean that she doesn't have that interest. She's a musician and she probably likes all sorts of music. I never talk about liking country music, but I do, so you never know. The other theory that happened was that apparently V posted a story with his friend, and the people noticed a painting that was seen on the reflection of the window right next to the friend's head. This wasn't just a normal painting that people noticed. There was a photo that the alleged hacker, Gurumi Haribo, had leaked of V and Jennie, which due to the request of the label, I will not post the full photo here, but in the photo there was a painting that we see in the background lying on the wall. We have never seen this painting before, not in a Taeyang vlog, not in any of Taeyang's old selfies. So this was interesting as how did Gurumi know about this painting if this photo was Photoshop? People were also saying that Taeyang deleted the photo quickly when he realized so he could hide the fact, however he didn't. I don't think so. The story just naturally deletes after 24 hours. But people were saying that the photos that Gurumi posted must be real. And then others came to the conclusion that Gurumi had access to the private photos, meaning he could easily take those private photos that maybe showed the painting but not Jennie, and then edit the two together, which also makes a lot of sense. If you could hack into both Jennie and V's accounts separately, you could definitely make it appear like the two are dating, since you have a bunch of photos that no one has ever seen before. But what do you think about that? And do you think that the photo was a sign that Jennie was at V's apartment? What do you think about Jennie not caring about how her feed looks? And then YouTube possibly wanting people to stop attacking them. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks, just leave a comment right here. Love you, bye.